Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to click that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. I'd like to give a special thanks to Spitzer, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram for giving me time with the 2022 Ram TRX, the most powerful pickup truck from a manufacturer. Let's talk about pricing here for the Ram TRX. Starting price is at $78,790, including the destination. Also with the options, this one stickers for $109,181. If you're in the market for a Ram, be sure to check out Spitzer's, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, and ask for Phil. He will get you into a new or pre-owned vehicle. But let's talk about the front styling here of the Ram TRX. Let's talk about the exterior styling here for the Ram TRX. As you guys can see here, I like the white and black contrast here. It makes this truck look even more aggressive than it already is. So kudos to you, Ram, for getting the design cues right and naming it the TRX. It just looks very good. I like the exterior styling. Looking at these headlights here, they're a matrix style finish with an LED turn signal, LED daytime running light with an automatic low and high beam. At the lower part of the bumper here, there's LED fog lights here, also with front parking sensors. And there's these large recovery hooks here, just in case you guys get stuck off-road, with this real metal skid plate there. There's also the Ram name, which is spelled out, and it is a cut through, so it can feed that 6.2 liter V8 all the air that it needs. There's a front facing camera, and there's also functional up here, this intake here, or the scoop here. There's also the three markers across to let everyone know that you guys have a very wide truck and needs all the road to basically get through. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the Ram TRX. But looking at the side profile here, this has a 144.5 inch wheelbase with an overall length of 232.9. So it's about the same size as a Chevy Silverado, a Ford Raptor and whatnot. So it does have really good proportions in this full-size truck segment. Looking at these tires and wheels here, these are a 325/65 Goodyear Wrangler tire. They're wrapped in this 18-inch rim design. With the tire and also with the suspension lift here, Ram says this has 11.8 inches of ground clearance, which is just super impressive for a truck this big to have that much ground clearance. Looking at the unique suspension here, Ram did beef up the suspension. Look how large that control arm is, just super large and very thick. How Ram, basically beefed this truck up from a standard Ram truck. And this right here is functional as well as to push out that heat. There's a Ram badge here at the lower part of the door panel with this gloss black trim. There's also this large mirror here with this LED side marker. And my model does come with this large panoramic sunroof. Making our way to the rear, this does have the 5.5-foot bed. This also has a Ram bar as well with the temporary spare tire, which my model is missing, is at the dealership. So the dealer didn't want to, leave it in the back of the truck so someone can steal it. This also has the Bilstein shocks. Looking at the rear taillights here, they're full LED, also with the blind spot monitoring integrated into the actual housing here. So like I mentioned, full LED taillights, which is a turn signal, brake light, and reverse light. There's a 4x4 badge, the Ram name, which is very boldly in the back of the tailgate. There's a TRX badge here, also with the Spitzer badge. Shout out to them. Looking here at the lower part of the rear bumper, there's also these very large dual tip exhausts. My fist can fit inside, which is really large how big the exhaust is. More of those beefy recovery hooks. There's rear parking sensors, and Ram says this can tow 8,100 pounds properly equipped, and you do get a full spare tire underneath the vehicle. So you guys wanted to switch it out just in case you get a flat. There's the 7 and 4 pin connector there for everyone that tows. LED lights for the tag. Let's listen to the exhaust sound really quickly here. As you guys can hear, this thing sounds like a freaking beast, and I like the way that it sounds. Open up the tailgate back here. It is a damp tailgate. My model is missing the spray and bed liner. You guys can get that with a dealer accessory or a dealer option. There's also some tie down points back here with LED lights for the bed. And like I mentioned, this one is missing the other spare tire because there's one under the truck. You also get another one if you guys need it. So you get 2 spare tires. So you guys get 2 flats when you're off-roading and whatnot. Ram does have that option to keep you basically on the go. But let's hop into the interior. Sitting in the interior of the Ram TRX, as you guys can see, this is a really nice upscaled interior, and I wouldn't expect nothing less from Ram. Ram is known for a luxurious interior. Reaching over here to shut the door of the Ram TRX. I do like the nice two-tone color combination that this one has with the black and red. But to start up the vehicle, you guys know, foot on the brake and press the start stop button there. You guys are greeted by that loud exhaust, the Ram, the TRX logo, and the fully and this partial display here. My apologies, I have the fan speed up. It's like 100 degrees outside today. And I like this nice graphic there of the TRX. But looking at the door panel materials very quickly, nice leather, nice stitching. This has the Harman Kardon sound system with 2-person memory seats with this dark trim accented door handle. It is auto up and down, only for the driver and passenger, but not for the rear windows. You can power fold the mirrors in via this control here. There's some storage here. You also get a large cup holder space down there. Electronic parking brake. You also have adjustable pedals here. Headlight control, your dimmer switch controls are there. This is a manual tilt and telescoping wheel. It does offer a decent amount of range of adjustability. There's paddle shifters for the 8-speed automatic. There's the wind wiper stock and turn signal stock there. The dashboard has a nice high quality leather with nice stitching. And my model also has a bright heads-up display. There's a little bit of storage here, some suede Alcantara here and there. Also with this 12 volt here, of course you guys know this is a 12-inch display. It does run the Uconnect 4 system or Uconnect 5 system if I'm not mistaken. As you guys can see here, for 2022, Ram did update their interface here. So now the Apple CarPlay is vertical instead of horizontal. If you guys have the previous year, you guys will notice the screen display looks very different. They did update the icons and whatnot, but this is the home page here. It's just very impressive how fast this system is. As you guys can see, going here to the Uconnect system, it does show you what's playing. There's your, you can browse, there's your audio settings and whatnot. Going here, there's your 3-level heated and cool seats. The cool seats blow very cold air, especially right now here in South Florida. It's super, super hot, and the cool seats are working very good. It's 92 degrees outside. There's your lane keeping assist. Your hazard button is there. Your dual climate controls off to the side. There's a volume and tune knob. There's your trailer brake control. There's a 4-wheel auto, an axle lock, a 4 low, 4 high, launch control. Yes, this vehicle does have launch control. There's your different drive mode selectors here, which says TRX on top. Once you guys press that, it does show you your performance dash where you can put into sport, tow, snow. You can do custom, sand and rock, mud, and Baja. So this vehicle is very capable of doing all non-truck things that trucks before could not do, but now they can do it. As you guys can see here, going here to the left or right, it does show you a snow, tow, a sport mode, and there's also traction off. So we'll be launching this thing. There's a Baja mode there, rock mode. So like I mentioned, all this is being, tailored through the actual infotainment system. If you guys wanted to, put it into your own setting and whatnot, like I mentioned, launch control, putting the vehicle into reverse here, it does reveal a top-down 360 view. There's also a trajectory with distance markers. You can also look a little closer there. There's a left mirror view, right mirror view. There's also a camera for the actual trailer, but of course you guys know I don't have a trailer hooked up to the vehicle right now. There's a forward facing camera, which is really nice. There's trajectory lines and whatnot. This also has a suede Alcantara and leather steering wheel combo. There's a suede Alcantara on top, leather to the side. This has adaptive cruise control with a darked out Ram logo there. There's your volume controls. You can customize this display front and center, this pad here, so you can custom it to your liking. You can show your audio settings and whatnot, your trailer tow, your trim information. I've been averaging 11.2 mpg, which is not bad, but this is a pickup truck. This vehicle doesn't have the best fuel economy, but we're kicking over to the left here, put into sport mode. And this also has a unique shifter because on the standard Ram you have the rotary knob, which is here, but over here is for your drive mode selector. Putting it into park. Over here is a little bit of storage, nice leather and stitching here. That's a suede Alcantara center console lid here. That's your TRX decal here. It shows you the VIN and where it's been built at. It's also a USB port in there. Also, it's lined with felt. 2-tier storage. It does offer a good amount of storage. And one thing on the TRX, you do lose that center sliding console because of this unique shifter. It does house the 8-speed automatic. There's a TRX badge on the carbon fiber lid here. This is a 2-tier storage as well. You put your phone in there. Very large storage compartment. Looking at the glove compartment, does offer more storage as well, just in case you guys need it. The seats in here, they're very aggressively bolstered. It says TRX here. I like the nice black and red contrast. Above me, there's this large panoramic sunroof. There's LED lights throughout the cabin, and there's this digital camera mirror. Ram offered this for 2022. The other competitors have been offering it for a while, but I'm glad that Ram has now finally offered that nice tech in their vehicles. But overall, the interior of the Ram TRX does not disappoint. Like I mentioned, I do like the nice carbon fiber, nice leather, nice stitching that Ram throws here on the TRX. Getting into the back seat here of the Ram TRX, as you guys can see, look how massive this door opens. So you're trying to put your children back here, a car seat, this vehicle is the one to get. And with the 35-inch tall tires, this has 11.8 inches of ground clearance. So keep in mind, you guys will probably want to do a dealer aftermarket running boards, because my tester here does not have running boards, but it is nice that Ram does give you this grab handle. So short people like myself, it is going to be a challenge getting into this large pickup truck here, but shutting the door Let's talk about legroom space here, guys. I'm 5'8". This has 40.9 inches of legroom, which is super impressive. That's matching the legroom space as a Honda Accord, which is way smaller compared to this large pickup truck. And underneath the seat here, there's this handle here so you guys can recline. What pickup truck in the market does that? No other competitor, not Ford, not GM, not Toyota. This is the only truck to offer a recline function. Lifting up the seat here, Ram does give you this partition here so you guys can, you know, lock up your personal items underneath the low floor here. Putting this back down, I like the nice two-tone finish to the seat with the suede Alcantara. Putting this area down here, let me remove the plate because it's gonna fall if I don't. As you guys can see, there is 2 cup holders, more storage here. It's lined with felt. There's 2 cup holders here, genuine carbon fiber, rear air vents. There's also 3-level heated and cool seats. Some other competitors do offer heated seats, but some of them don't offer cool seats in the rear. There's 2 type C ports, 2 type A ports, a household outlet here. And the floor is completely flat. So you guys can't put things in the bed. Ram does give you this flat load floor here. And you guys are wondering what this is on the actual floor. It's an actual little cooler, or you guys can put your work equipment in there, which is super handy if you guys, you know, want to not put things in the actual bed. There is 2 pockets back here for storage. The seats in here, literally, I can sit back here on a long road trip and have someone drive me in this fast truck. Above me, there is this large panoramic sunroof. The lighting is going to be an LED back here, like right here on top. And there's this coat hanger here, so you guys can hang up your children's recital clothes or maybe your jacket for work. But overall, the back seat of the Ram TRX does not disappoint. Let's talk about the powertrain specs here for the Ram TRX. Looking underneath the hood here, as you guys can see, just for reference, I'm like 5'8" and I can barely grab the hood. That's how tall this truck is with the 35-inch tall tires. Like I mentioned, this has 11.8 inches of ground clearance. So this vehicle is very tall compared to a standard Ram. Let's talk about the powertrain here. This is a 6.2 liter V8. This powertrain makes 702 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. It is hooked up to an 8-speed automatic transmission. As the Ram TRX sits here, this vehicle weighs 6,100 pounds. So this vehicle is way heavier compared to a standard Ram. And Ram says this can tow 8,100 pounds. Making our way over to the fuel door here, let's talk about fuel economy, since you guys truly want to know what this vehicle gets at the actual fuel rating here. As you guys can see, the fuel door is here. Ram says this gets 10 in the city, 14 on the highway, and 12 combined. So keep in mind, this vehicle is very thirsty. So starting off in the 2022 Ram TRX. Guys, this is my second time driving this vehicle. The first time, the audio that I reviewed, the first one was not the best. So I'm refilming this, and my expectations are just how I felt in the beginning when I first drove this vehicle. Just super impressive. A 6.2 liter V8. You know, V8s are basically dying off because everything is going to go hybrid, either V6 or turbocharged or even fully electric. So it is kind of it's still nice to see that there's a thirsty V8 still out there, even with gas being over $6 in certain states here in the United States. But let's talk about the powertrain here. This is a 6.2 liter V8. This powertrain makes 702 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. Just super impressive for a vehicle this size. And it weighs around 6,100 plus pounds. So she ain't light, but she moves very quick, like a scarlet cat. And you guys can hear that supercharged. It just whines and whines and whines. I just love the way it sounds. And like I mentioned from the outside scene, this vehicle is so damn wide across. Like, I'm really scared to take this on a narrow street because you'll literally take up all the road. But let's come to a stop here. Let's put it into its sport mode here. Let's do a launch control. I think Ram says you have to hold it down, if I'm not mistaken. Foot on the brake and accelerator. Oh, shit. It sounds pretty good. Like, you just cannot deny. It's 2022, and like I mentioned, you're still, look how wide this truck is, guys. Like, I feel really claustrophobic getting too close to the other car because the roads here, while I'm filming that, they're very narrow, and this truck is just so damn wide across. Let's talk about fuel economy really quickly. I know you guys don't care about fuel economy. This is why you buy a V8. It's ready to get 10 in the city, 14 on the highway, and 12 combined. Yes, I said 12. 12 combined. Most people I've seen with a truck, they average between 8 to 10 mpg. And the chassis feel like it's gonna lift up off the frame. It's just, this truck is just, it literally is putting a smile on my face. Oh, just little cracks in the exhaust from the burble. I mean, from the exhaust a little bit. And literally, like, it's just such a pleasant to drive this truck. let's just go in here real quick and turn around, because I do want to do another launch, because it's just like, honestly, this truck is just so intoxicating. Like, who doesn't want to drive a TRX? Like, who gets the opportunity to do things like this? And it sounds so good, but like I mentioned, gas is not cheap, and this thing does not get the best fuel economy. It's just so damn wide across. It's so big, it's massive. This can tow 8,100 pounds, so she can still tow, but it's not the best numbers if you guys are looking to tow a vehicle. Let's see if I can do the launch control here. I think, oh, okay, so unfortunately it's not gonna let me do the launch control because it's a new vehicle. You have to break it in, but let's just not brake boost it. Let's just floor it from a stop. And that's like 35 miles an hour right there. But it's just so impressive how Ram modified this truck to be the killer in this segment. Literally, Chevy doesn't offer anything that offers this type of capability. I know they have the new ZR2, but that comes nowhere near the Ram TRX. Yes, Ford has the Raptor. They've been doing that for 3 generations now. And this is a middle finger to the Ford Raptor. Literally, it's a big middle finger to Ford, because Ram said we're gonna build the most capable truck that offers more horsepower and more torque. And honestly, Ram has really delivered that, because this vehicle is just so damn good. I love the large panoramic sunroof above me. It lets a lot of light into this cabin, and it does let air if you guys were to open it. Nice technology, large 12-inch display. As you guys can see, look at the cars in front of me. As you guys can see, this Accord here, it looks so small with me behind the wheel of this truck. This truck sits so high. It has 11.8 inches of ground clearance, which is just super impressive. And this truck just sounds so damn good. It sounds so good. And this also has a bright heads-up display. You can customize it. Right now it's showing me my compass, my speed, and the speed recognition. So if you guys are not familiar with an area, it will display what's the speed limit. And once again, just driving this truck is just so freaking nice to drive this truck. Also, these are 325 tires on this vehicle, and they're large tires. And to tell you guys the truth, it does not feel like I'm driving or moving around a large truck. And as you guys see, I have to literally move over because this truck is just so wide, and it will not let me squeeze through this. So I kind of have to take a little bit of the road. But once again, if you guys are looking for the ultimate Ram pickup truck and you have the money to play, the TRX is not going to disappoint. After spending time with the 2022 Ram TRX, as you guys seen from the driving scene, this vehicle just offers so much acceleration. It literally put a smile on my face driving this large pickup truck. With that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed this review here. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Drive1Reviews. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next video.